Hello guys, welcome to my channel. For the people who don't know me, I am Jamal from North Africa. I'm actually an ex-Muslim. In this video I just want to show you that Muslims are not really better than pagans, if not worse. They say pagans used to worship stones. I see now Muslims turn around the Kaaba and kiss the stone. So what's the difference then? At least pagans didn't drink camel urine. Unlike Muslims, nowadays they drink camel urine. Pagans used to worship stones. So what about Muslims? What do they worship? They worship Allah who doesn't know where the sun sets and thinks the earth is flat. And the moon was split 1400 years ago. King Solomon can hear an ants talk. He's got a flying carpet with his army on top of it. I mean, you've got to be an idiot really to believe in all of this. I'm going to show you a verse in the Quran. It's going to blow your mind away. Then you're going to see who is civilized, the Muslims or the pagans. This is chapter number 2, verse 230. This is the longest chapter in the Quran. It's called chapter Baqarah. I'm going to read a bit in Arabic so that you know that I can read Arabic. Then I will explain it in English. فإن طلقها فلا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره فإن طلقها فلا جناح عليهما أن يراجعا. This is about a married couple who got divorced, and time later she went to go back to her husband, to her ex-husband. In Islam it's no, unless she goes to find somebody else, get married to him, then divorce him, then you can go back to your first husband. This situation is very common in Muslim world, especially in Egypt or Jordani or Syria, where a couple get divorced, especially if a man says to his wife, you are divorced by just by words like this. It's called divorced by thuluth. Means if you say 3 times divorced, you are divorced, just like that, that's it, she's divorced. No longer sleep with him, then she has to find another man to sleep with, to marry, then she can go back to her husband if she wants to. As you can see here in English, she says, if he divorced her for, then between bracket for the 3rd time. This is for the 3rd time, is added here. It's not in the Quran. That's nonsense. Anyway, then she is not lawful to him afterwards until she marries a husband other than him. And if the later husband divorces her or dies, which is added here, I don't see why the purpose die here, because she married him just so she can go back to the first husband anyway, so she's not going to stay with him. She will stay maybe 2-3 weeks maximum. There is no blame upon the woman and her former husband for returning to each other if they think that they can keep within the limits. This translation in English is absolutely poor and is misleading on purpose, because the idea here is about a couple who were married together, then they got divorced. He got annoyed, he divorced her. Then she went back to her family, to her mother or to her father, I don't know. Then let's say after 1 month they calmed down. Then she wanted to return. He wanted to marry her again. But in Islamic law, she is not allowed. She has to go and fetch for another man. She has to marry him for at least for a week. And she has to consume the marriage. Then she can go back. She divorced, then she can go back to her former husband. Here in England, there is even an agency who can provide you with a husband for a few days, just so that you can return to your former husband, and you have to pay. It's not cheap either. The Messenger of Allah was asked, a man who divorced his wife and she married another man who had a closed meeting with her, is it permissible to remarry the first husband? The Messenger of Allah said, no, until the second husband tastes her sweetness and she tastes his sweetness. Means she can't go back to her husband just like that. She needs to sleep with him and consummate the marriage, then she can go back to her first husband. So as you can see, the hadith is exactly the same as the Quran. There you can see that Muslims are no better than pagans. If you want to hear more from me, you need to subscribe to see other videos. If you like, say you like. If you don't like, say you don't like, you dislike. I don't get upset, don't worry. Me happy. I think that's it. I have to call it day for now. I'll see you soon for another video because there's a lot to talk about. So I'm not gonna stay away. I'm come back very quick. Thank you, and run away from Islam.